Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a preview for The Big Squeeze, which is currently on crowdfunding. And as always, I take no money from publishers, I just want to show you the game so you can make an informed decision. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So The Big Squeeze might win the award for goofiest premise of a game this year, because how it works is you are running a lemonade stand. Well, it's a competitive game, so you are running competing lemonade stands, but it's right before the apocalypse happens. So then halfway through the game, or maybe a little bit before halfway, you flip over to the post-apocalyptic side, and then the rules change somewhat, and you get new cards, and you get new abilities, and you're trying to still make lemonade the best you can in the post-apocalypse and somehow save the world with lemonade. And it does have a solo mode, so that's what I'm going to be showing you today. Everything is still in development. I'm not quite sure about the balance of the solo mode, and even talking to the publisher, they were saying some of the things that I'm playing with are already not the exact balance of the game as they develop it more. So for the stuff you're about to see, just kind of look at the core mechanics and the general gist of the game, and don't assume this is how the final product will work. But how the game works in competitive play is you all start out in your home kitchen, and each turn you have to move your little lemonade stand meeple to a different location. 3 of them get you resources that are used to make the lemonade: sugar, ice, and lemons. 1 of them lets you draw more lemonade cards to your hand, which can have a maximum of 5 cards. The home kitchen lets you actually make the lemonade if you have the correct ingredients built up, and the farmer's market lets you sell lemonade you have made, and you get the money, and you can either stash it or upgrade your business with it. And in the competitive game, if you go to a location where somebody already has their stand, you have to give them one of your resources. So it's not a fully strict worker placement game where you're locked out of locations, but it's definitely not ideal to keep on going to occupied places. And each player gets a different character with a special ability here at the top and a different allotment of the 6 action spaces. So the columns these are located in and which actions are doubled up is different for each character. At the beginning of the game, you start with $1 underneath each of these columns, and that increases the efficiency of the action that it's associated with. So here, normally I can sell 1 lemonade when I go to the farmer's market. With $1, I can sell 2 lemonades. When I go to the sugar beet farm, I usually get 1 sugar. Now I get 2 sugar. When I go to get ice, I'll get 2 ice. And you'll see these little icons at the top. Those are only associated with the post-apocalyptic side of things, because when you flip your character board over, you unlock new powers. But yeah, start with 1 of each type of good. My character's ability is, after I upgrade an action on my board, I get to gain 1 ice from the supply and stash it. And this idea, stashing, is a huge part of the first part of the game, because whenever you get money, you can either upgrade your board or stash it. A lot of effects will let you put ingredients in your stash, and your stash comes with you into the second phases of the game, into the post-apocalypse. So I could fully upgrade my board in the first phase, but I would lose all of that. Everything is destroyed, but if I save some money and some ingredients down here, they'll come in and make me that much more successful when the game enters the second half. But anyway, I get a little bit of ingredients. I started with 3 lemonades, and I got to pick 1 that's already in stock, which means I don't have to pay the ingredients to make it. Well, actually, let me switch that out, because I can pretty easily make the refreshing lemonade since I can get ice quickly. I'll make the hot lemon tea in stock. And recipes, once they're in stock or sold, either way, they let you use their special ability, which is generally a modifier after an action. So this one says, after I take the get lemonade action, lemons action, I get to stash 1 lemon, and I get to upgrade my ice action. Now notice that this power has a plus next to the ice, and this just says stash a lemon. This one has to come from the lemons I just got from the action. This one comes from the supply, so it's a little bit better. I've also got an opponent. Their board does matter a little bit, because instead of them building up dollars, this is going to move to the right every time I take 4 turns, and it's going to inflict different negative effects on me, like when it moves to the lemon one, I'll lose any lemons in my supply. And they also start with 4 random recipes, which only really matters for some of the later quests on the backside of things, where you're comparing how many recipes you have to another character. But how solo works, at least right now, because again, I could see them changing some things, is that I get to take 4 turns in a row, putting out each of the meeples for all 4 colors, and then they advance their $1 and perform 1 of their turns, which is going to advance and steal $1 from the farmer's market, and then we'll also do different things based on which space they land on. And this money pile at the top of the farmer's market is the timer for us going to the post-apocalypse. Once that runs out, we will head on over. And they do slightly have the worker blocking thing in the solo mode. If I double place a meeple onto a location, I have to discard one of my ingredients if I can. All right, so what do I want to do? I could sell my hot lemon tea immediately to just get a quick upgrade, which actually seems like a good idea to me. So I'm going to the farmer's market. I can sell 1 lemonade, but I could actually sell 2 because it's upgraded, but I only have 1. So when you sell a lemonade, you just move it to the right side. You get $1 token from the money pile. And you can upgrade or put in your stash. I'm going to upgrade because I want the hot lemon tea to not cut me out of any lemons whatsoever. So I get that. And after I upgrade an action on my board, I get to stash a free ice. Haha, excellent. Okay, and I need 2 ice to make the refreshing lemonade. I need 2 lemons to make the sparkling lemon. I could probably draw some more cards. But for now, let's go to May's Lemon Orchard. Because of my upgrade, I get 2 lemons instead of 1, but because of the hot lemon tea, I stash one of them immediately. Now, I don't have to use this ability. I could choose not to stash the lemon, but then you have to use none of the ability, so I wouldn't get to upgrade my ice either. And I want to do that, and that'll also trigger my ability again, so I get to stash another ice. And by the way, the leftmost ability for each character is a doubled up one, so this is going to improve both my making a lemonade skill, so I could now make 3 lemonade cards in one action if I had enough resources. Good luck with that. And my ice gathering skill. And speaking of ice, sure, let's go here and get 3 of it, which means I could now make the refreshing lemonade. But actually, for my 4th action, just so I don't double up anywhere, I'm going to go to the local library and draw the top card of the recipe stash. Another one that needs a lot of lemons. Oh, it's a duplicate. I think you could have 2 of the same recipe. I didn't see anything in the rules against it. But in this case, this one lets me discard 2 cards from my hand. I don't have very much card draw to stash a bunch of lemons. So it's not really a great card to build up yet. But I've done all 4 actions. So first, my rival pulls away $1 from the farmer's market. And then they move over here and they advance again. So they've taken $2 from the farmer's market, which means there are 5 left for the 2 of us to fight over. And next, they will make me lose all my lemons. So I want to make sure that I've done whatever I need to do lemon-wise before that happens. All right, so let's go to the lemon orchard. But this time I'm just going to get 2, not that many, 2 lemons instead of using my stashing action, because I want to have enough to make both lemonades. And then, I'm going to go to the home kitchen. I could make up to 3 lemonades, but no. We'll make this one for 3 and 1. And that one for 3 and 1. You can, by the way, freely use 2 of one resource as 1 of another. So if you build up a huge engine to make a ton of ice, that can take care of a lot of stuff for you. And might as well go to the farmer's market and sell both of these for $2 more. So we are definitely getting close to the end. And I could just stash this. I might also want to get more card draw. Yeah. So maybe do like that and that. I don't know. Stash in 1 of the dollars from the sale. Oh, and I upgraded an action on my board, so I get another free ice. You can just call me the Ice King. And speaking of ice, she's not going to steal ice from me. She's going to steal lemons in a second, so I'll go there, and I'll get 3 ice. And, I get to stash another free ice. Yeah, I really am going to need no ice when I go to the next world. And then she takes $1. There are 2 left. And she takes all my lemons, which is nothing. What's she going to do this time? Oh, she's going to take away one of my upgrades from my star space, which is the ice and make a recipe one. That's fine. I don't really care. But yeah, so in 2 more sets of rounds, she'll empty out the farmer's market. So I want to try to make 1 more big sale to stash some more money, which will go immediately into upgrades on the back of my board as quickly as I can. All right. Well, I guess first I might as well see what options I have for building. So I'm drawing 2 now because I upgraded it. 2 lemon cones. Okay, well, they need a lot of ice. Oh, actually, ice and sugar. I literally already have that. So then let's get more ice. And I can get more sugar and do both of them, right? So that's 3 more ice and 1 more ice stash for my power. Then I need to go to the sugar beet farm. I get 2 sugar. And then let's make a lemonade, or up to 3. But I'm just going to make double lemon cone and pretty much empty my stuff out again. She takes the second to last $1, and she downgrades my recipe making and ice making, but I shouldn't really need any. All right, and the second I empty this out, and by the way, you can sell more than 1 recipe at this point. You just pull the rest of the dollars from the supply. So I'm going to sell both lemon cones in a moment. But I might as well make that my 4th action because the round will immediately end, and we'll move on when I do that. So first, let's go to the local library and get 2 more cards. Not because I actually want them, but because then I can go to the lemon orchard, and I get 2 lemons, but I can stash 1 of them and upgrade my ice, which will stash an ice from my power. And I can throw away 2 of the recipe cards I just got to get 2 lemons from the supply and stash them as well. So I'm not going to have any sugar going into the apocalypse, but I'm looking pretty good otherwise. All right, and then this one's going to be a little silly, but I'm going to mountain ice. And yeah, this is about to be an ice apocalypse. Maybe I caused the apocalypse with all my ice shenanigans. Because look at this. So I get 3 ice. Then I can stash it twice. Each time upgrading that action. Come on. Which I think each of them, like, can you use your power more than once per turn? Doesn't say I can, so I guess. And then I also get to stash 1 more for free. It's like every ice known to man. Okay, and then for the final action, I will go to the farmer's market and sell both of these for $2. And obviously, I will stash both of those because there's no good reason not to. And that's it. Oh no, what's happening? We are in, what was it called originally? We were in Rindale, or Rinddale, probably, like lemon rind. But now we're in Rindfall. Okay, so a few things change here. All my cool stuff goes away, except for, well, actually, I have most of my stuff in my stash, so not very much goes away at all. We flip over to awesome mode. Look at this guy. So I still have my basic ability, but now whenever my dollar upgrades reach star, triangle, or square respectively, I get these extra abilities. So if I get up here, I can now spend ingredients from my stash. You might ask, why does stashing matter anymore? It matters for quests. Yeah, there's quests now. For the triangle, after I take the selling action, I can get rid of 2 ice. Ooh, to get an extra $1. That's super good. And then square is after I gain a victory point on the leaderboard, which again is a big change for this part of the game, I get a free ice. I also get to pick 2 of my old-timey recipes. We're actually going to switch to a whole new recipe book and put them in my in-stock area for free. So which powers do I want? I mean, free upgrading is going to be fantastic. So I think I want the lemon cone. And the hot lemon tea upgrades the same thing. Might be a little bit of overkill, and it's kind of stealing lemons from me, but whatever, sure. All right, so then the rest of these go away forever because you do not have any original world recipes to pull from. And I guess I'll put all my stuff up, and I get to spend 3 of these. Okay, so I'm going to be upgrading this in an insane way automatically, so I certainly don't need to do that. I think I'm going to need to sell a ton. Well, actually, selling a lot of recipes will let me upgrade faster. I can sell both of these and get $2 more immediately. I definitely probably want some lemon generation. And then maybe, I don't know, I'm going to spread everything out as we go, so it should all be fine. Well, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So I already have the triangle power so that I can just upgrade myself that much faster with that ice spending power. It's not like I don't have the ice. The ice is not going to be a problem. But yeah, so now we're getting to the actual meat of the game, which is the leaderboard. And we need to reach a certain victory point threshold. This is also still in development, but I think for solo, they said to try for 7. So if the rival gets to 7 before I do, then they win. If I get to 7 first, then I win. And those are coming from bounties. So you always have this restock the circle one that's colored differently. But then I take 2 other ones. Okay. And I put them down here on the bounty board. They all start on their A side, and how all of them work is when you go to the specified action space. And I did ask, and they said you don't have to actually do what's on the action space, so I could go to the brewing circle, but not make any new lemonades, and just do the quest thing. But when you go there, you can do a certain thing. So for Bounty A, I can get rid of 5 stashed goods. That's why stashing still matters. I would get a victory point on that leaderboard, and then you flip it to the B side where it has a slightly different quest. Okay, then I've got to also unearth the library when I go into the mines to draw more cards. Oh, I just need 1 of each resource. Oh, but I need to have the most lemonade. So here's where it matters that my AI opponent started with 4. I need to get up to 5 before I can do that one, but then it's super cheap. And then finally, if I go to ice, the cube, yeah, the new art is hilarious. Like, look, they're just living on top of a giant ice cube and cutting ice from it. Then I can close the ice portal. Which would require 3 lemons and 2 sugar. That's not great for me unless I upgrade those a ton. And again, they're going to flip as a thing. Oh man, even more lemons. And we'll just try to get as many victory points as we can. Oh, and I can't forget, we now get to forbidden recipes. I start with 2 of them. And they tend to be way crazier in their powers. Let's look at 1. Harmonade needs 3 sugar and 1 ice. After I sell this, I lose all of my ingredients, like not my stash stuff, my regular ingredients, but I gain 3 of each. If I time that right, that's pretty amazing. And then we got Lemunculus. This one needs 3 lemons and 1 ice, and it's after I take the lemon action, I can copy the after you bonus of any lemonade in play. Oh, that's pretty cool. You know, like there's a lot. Unfortunately, none of them needs a lot of ice, but don't forget I can use 2 ice for 1 of anything else, so I should be able to build those pretty quickly. And then we reset my rival's money token, and we go to, I mean, she doesn't really matter, but it's fun to see her other side as she's making that crazy lemonade. But yeah, so she is about to double advance. Oh, she's advancing her victory point tracker now instead of taking money, as you might imagine. She will steal my lemons a little bit later. She'll steal all my ice in several rounds. That I don't like. All right, so I don't really want to do any of these yet. I want to get a bunch more lemonades out, so this one becomes an easy thing, and get some abilities that let me stash more frequently, so that'll be a lot easier. And just upgrade in general. So I do have 2 lemonades to sell right now. But, you know, I have the resources to make Lamunculus immediately, and that's a great one too. Whereas the Harmonade is kind of annoying to get at the moment. Although, do I have enough ice to just do it? I might. So let's first go to the cube. I'm getting only a single ice now, but I can immediately stash it with the lemon cone, sure, which again will help me with victory, the quest conditions. Then I get to upgrade my double action, which is fantastic, which with my ability lets me get another ice stashed. So I didn't actually get any resources, but now I can do both of these. So yep, let's go ahead and make lemonade. And do I have enough? Well here, let's do the easy one first. 3 lemons and 1 ice. Okay, then this one, it's an ice, 1 sugar, 2, I have way more than enough, 3 sugar, great. That was, again, using 2 ice to count as a sugar for that recipe. All right, now let's upgrade a ton, selling. So I go ahead and sell all 4 of these, because I can. I'm getting 4 money. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. That one's going to go up a ton for free. Maybe upgrade my lemons more since I'm going to have to be stashing some of them with the hot lemon tea. Now, because I sold this, I lose all of my ingredients, but then I go to 3 of each. But then after all of that is done, after I upgrade an action on my board, I get to stash 1 ice. And again, I don't know if I can do that multiple times, but let's pretend I can, and I'll stash 4 ice. Why not? Now I have enough to do the Restock the Circle quest. And then after I finish the selling action entirely, I can get rid of 2 ice to upgrade again, which I guess stashes another ice. I don't know. And let's get, more card drawing or more sugar generation? Maybe more sugar, because I don't have any powers that work. Well, maybe more card drawing so I can get better stuff. All right, that was a lot. And then I feel like I should, get more lemons maybe? So I get 3 lemons, but then I can stash 1 of them. I can upgrade my ice, which will let me get ice stash, right? Yeah. But then my Lamunculus lets me copy any after you. I'll go ahead and copy that one, which forces me to stash one of my actual held ices. No, let's not do that, actually. I'll copy hot lemon tea. I guess I can just double resolve it. I'll stash a lemon since I have more of it. But I get to upgrade this again and put that down again. And now I can spend ingredients from my stash because I have that power unlocked as well. But that's 4 actions, so blue gets their first victory point, and they get another victory point. And in 4 actions, they will take my lemons. We don't want that. So let's go here to the mines. Unfortunately, I can't unearth the library because I have 4 lemonades and so do they. I have to have a clear majority. But I get to draw 3 new cards. Got another Lamunculus. Got Lunar Infusion. 3 sugar and a lemon. It lets me, after I do the sugar action, I can lose any ingredient to gain any ingredient. And then Lemon King Boba. Ooh, after I take a lemon action, I discard the card, but I get a whole victory point. That's amazing. All right, so I would need more sugar, or just more ice, or a lot more lemons. Okay, we'll figure it out. Well, let's do ice. We get a lot more for that. So we go here, and we're getting 4 ice, but then we're stashing 1 from the lemon cone, stashing 1 from here from the lemon cone, but then I add another one because I'm upgrading that. But now I can't upgrade that action anymore until they lower it, which will happen a little later. And now I've got, I guess I could use some more. I mean, I can just use ice as a wild, but if I wanted to make like all of these, I should probably get some more lemons, maybe some more sugar. So sure, more lemons sounds great. It gets me 3 lemons, then I can stash 1. Yeah, the upgrading is useless on both of these. I guess, stashing is only good because I can just use the ingredients anyway. So I'll have Lamunculus let me stash 2 of the lemons I just got. Doesn't really matter, except that I've got more stuff in my stash. I forgot to check these. Oh, crud. I could have closed the ice portal and went to the cube. But I want to make more lemonade first and just upgrade a few more times. You do, by the way, need stashed money. Yes. Okay. I was going to say, if you're like, why would you ever stash money at this point? You can just upgrade. You do need stash money for the other side of the bounties. All right, so then, yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and brew, which will also let me restock the circle. We'll do both of those things. I can brew up to 5. I'm going to do all of these. I think I should be able to. So let's see. We got 3 and 1, and 3 from the stash. 1 of that, 1 of that, 2 of those, and we'll use 2 ice to fill them for the last sugar. So I did use almost all my lemons, even though they're about to steal them. Then I can get rid of up to 5 things in my stash. I'll, of course, use all the ice to restock the circle. So I'm at 1 victory point, and now I need to get rid of 3 stash goods and money from my stash to train an apprentice to get another victory point from that one. And it does flip back and forth between A and B over and over. All right, they go up to 3 victory points out of 7, and I'm still only at 1, and they do steal 1 lemon from me. Okay, when they go here, what are they going to do? Oh, they're going to take away one of my upgrades, so I can just upgrade it again with my many actions. That's nothing. That's what I want to do now. I want to get some more ingredients to be able to do that one. I need to sell the stuff I already have to get that one going. This one I now can do quite freely, but again, I don't have the ingredients for it yet. So yeah, let's get some ingredients. My beets still suck. Maybe I should upgrade that first. Okay, I'm going to go to the sanctuary to sell a lemonade. I can sell, all 3 of these. Oh, that's right, when I sell this one... No, it's not when I sell it. It's when I take the lemon action. I'll discard it and get another victory point. Yeah, this one doesn't have a power that matters anymore. This one doesn't really have a power that matters. This one does. Just try to make room here. But yeah, I'm selling 3. I do need some. Let's try to stash 2 and put 1 on sugar, I think. And then because I sold, I can get rid of 2 ice. And I can use stuff from my stash to gain another $1. Oh, sure. Let's get my last power, where whenever I complete any quest or get a victory point from something, I get an ice. Oh, and speaking of getting an ice, how many did I upgrade? 1, 2, 3, I think? No, just 2. So I guess I get 2 ice for my power. All right, now let's go to the beets, and I'm getting 4 of them. And I think, is that only... Yeah, the only power I have for that is to lose 1 ingredient and gain 1 ingredient. I know I can get 1 billion ice very easily. So let's get, I don't know, a lemon. Then let's get some more lemon. And I'm getting 3. I can stash 1. And then what do I want to use with... Oh, I got 2 Lamunculuses now. Ooh, I could copy Lemon King Boba, because I don't really need... Yeah, let's do that with 1 of them and immediately get a star or a victory point. That's amazing. It does say copy any ability. So that gets me to 2, and I get a free ice for my new power. And for the other Lamunculus, heck, let's do it again, right? Copy Lemon King Boba, get to 3, get another free ice. Because that still leaves me with 5 recipes, which is more than theirs, so I can still take that 1 central action. And speaking of taking central actions, let's go to the cube, getting 5 ice, and then I can stash 1 of it. But I've got 3 lemons and 2 sugar, so I get to close the ice portal. And now I can solve the cultist problem. That's a lot of lemons. Okay, and I go up to 4 victory points. Oh, wait, that's not me. And I get an ice. I should probably upgrade my lemon production. Oh, well. All right, but now they are getting a victory point. They're tied at me or with me at 4. Remember, we need 7. And they are, what was that? They're taking away this upgrade. Oh, no. Which really just gives me an opportunity to use either of those to get it right back and stash an ice. All right, so I need 3 more victory points. I've got enough stashed goods and money to do Train Apprentice and then the Circle one again. And then Unearth the Library is going to be easy, although I should probably get some more lemons. So yeah, let's start with that. I'll go to the Great Ember, or the Great Lemon Tree. Okay, I'm getting 3 lemons. I can stash 1 of them. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Oh, wait, I don't want to use that yet, do I? Until I do the bounty thing at least once. But I do get to upgrade this right back and use my power to get another ice stashed. Oh, no, should I just do that? It's not really going to be a bad thing, right? Yeah, I think I've got other ways to get victory points, so I will go and throw this away. I feel like that's a broken combo using the Lamunculuses with the Lemon King Boba. Hey, maybe they'll say that I played that wrong. I don't know. Like I said, still in development. So I need 2 more victory points. I'll go to the Brewing Circle. Again, unless I was misled by the publisher. They said that you can go to a place even though you don't have that action to do. I don't have any lemonades to brew. But I do have 3 stash goods and $1. So I'm training an apprentice. Gets me to 6. Oh, I should have gotten an ice for each of those. Oh, and then shoot, I can just go to the cube. Don't need to do the actions. I can just solve the cultist problem because I can freely spend resources that are not in my stash. Yeah, because I think these don't have to come from the stash, but this does. I'm pretty sure that's what the intent is. Whoops. So there we go. I think I won. Again, could be cheating a lot here. They were about to go to 5. Oh my gosh, and they would have stolen all my ice. I had like 50. And then when they went here, they would have done 2 things. They would have lost all my sugar and discard all the cards in my hand. Well, that part wouldn't have been bad. Well, there you go. That is the big squeeze, at least in its current form. I love the swapping side thing and how the game's theme is so fun, how the art is so evocative, and that the game changes quite a bit in the second phase. I do feel like the second phase, currently it's about the right speed. But I do worry in some of the multiplayer games this happened that it can sometimes get bogged down if players just aren't moving on the victory points as quickly as they should, whereas the first phase is always very quick and snappy. For me, I'd love it to be about 50-50 time-wise, or maybe a bit longer on this side. But in my multiplayer games, it's been more like 2/3 or 3/4 of the time spent here, which doesn't feel quite right. I think they're still probably balancing the victory points and all that kind of stuff. I think getting the lemonades and getting powers is really cool, along with upgrading your stats here. And the interplay between upgrading and stashing is awesome on the front side. It seems less exciting on the back side, because at least in our games, it's been kind of obvious to upgrade a ton before you started really following the bounties in a hard way. Because even if somebody goes full on bounties, they're going to be so slow to kind of recharge for the next bounty that I think the person who upgraded is going to have an obvious lead. So it does feel like there's sort of an obvious or semi-obvious strategy on this side, but that might again just be based on how high the victory point thresholds are here. If they were a little bit lower and you could maybe rush to victory points, then it wouldn't be quite so obvious to just put all your money on your upgrade board early. I also think these are quite fun, the different upgrades you can get. Now, me and my family have found in our limited plays that some of them do seem inherently better than others, but that might just be our limited experience with the game. I've only played it like 5 or 6 times. As for the solo mode, I don't know. The balance feels maybe slightly off to me, not just with the victory point threshold, but I do feel like maybe they should be acting every 3 actions instead of every 4. It just seems like, in the couple of plays I've had like this one, they just haven't really been able to get things going quickly enough to be a true threat to me. And also as a general rule, I haven't found the worker placement to be that cutthroat. You saw in solo, I literally never double executed an action, which would have required me to get rid of one of my resources. In the multiplayer game, that's much more of an issue, although I will say it's much more of an issue in 3 and 4 player. When I played it 2 player, we never had to go to the same space as each other, so that became kind of a non-entity rule. It almost seems like, a lot of worker placement games do the kind of thing where there's like sort of an NPC blocking thing that randomly moves around or something. I could see them potentially adding something in like that here, because right now the worker placement is maybe too gentle and nice, although, my family likes that sometimes, not having to stress out about where other people are going. But the theme is great, the art is great, it's very quick to play, and you do get a fun feeling of combos and leveling up, and hopefully with some development and balancing, all the other stuff will fall by the wayside, and this will just be an awesome game. So that is The Big Squeeze. Go check it out. It is still on crowdfunding right now. And thanks for watching, everybody. Special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.